I hate 3D. A lot. In fact, let me just take these stupid things off. There we go. That's a lot better. There, folks, I'm the Blockbuster Beach Bum, and today I haven't talked about anything in a while. I apologize for not uploading a video sometime since the Batman Superman video. But today I have I'm going to talk about something, and that is 3D. Most of my audience probably doesn't like 3D. They think it's unnecessary, it's pointless, it just increases your ticket price for a bad effect. And all those things I have to agree with you on the most part. Most 3D movies you see are put through a process that's known as post-convert 3D, which usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks to do per film, and is actually an easy, not easy, I mean, I'm sure there's some difficulty to it, like there is, making good CGI, but at the same time, the depth of image doesn't really matter, except for like a few films. I mean, like Life of Pi, for instance, had a very nice depth of image, but the thing is, 3D is pointless. Why should I have to pay an additional $4 or $5, or in some theaters I've seen $2, but still, I don't think I should be paying an additional fee just to see a movie. It's ridiculous. Most 3D movies that I see them in 3D for one of two reasons. The most likely reason is that there are no other times for the 2D version. For example, when I saw Pacific Rim for the first time, or The Avengers for the first time, the only show they had available at the time that I was able to get tickets for was a 3D showing. And my friend gave me hell for getting 3D tickets. And I said, my friend, otherwise we're not going to see Avengers opening night. I'm sorry, that's just not going to happen. And it makes you compromise, guys, you could spend a few extra dollars and see it in 3D, which annoys the hell out of me. It's just aggravating 3D, very aggravating, to buy a ticket and have it be in 3D. Or when it's like a re-release. Sometimes it's just re-released in 3D. Although I've seen 2D versions of re-releases at some theaters, which it does happen. Like with Monsters, Inc. and when Lion King played for a while in its re-release, they actually played for 2D in some theaters, I remember. But mostly it was in 3D, which aggravated a lot of people. Or, the other reason why I see things in 3D is because I've heard the reviews say it's good in 3D. Like Avatar, Life of Pi, Prometheus. And I thought The Hobbit in 48 frames is good 3D. It's just that, well, I'll talk about 48 frames another day. That's a whole nother can of worms. But regardless, I feel that most films that are released to the general public don't take advantage of 3D. James Cameron, like him or not, has taken advantage of 3D with Avatar. I'm not saying Avatar is the greatest movie ever, because, believe me, I do not like Avatar that much. But, on a certain level, I respect it, because it actually uses 3D where my mind is actually blown. I remember distinctly, 4 years ago, seeing it on the big screen, and my mind was blown. The story sucked, but I was watching it, I'm like, wow, that was really cool. And it wasn't like I saw it in IMAX or anything. I've never seen a movie in IMAX 3D. I've seen an IMAX movie, which is Iron Man 2, but I've never seen a movie in IMAX 3D, so I can't speak for that experience. And seeing it in just 3D, I was like, that was really amazing. I remember that evening after Avatar, I'm just like, wow, what if that was the last time I saw special effects that blew my mind that much, was like Jurassic Park, which is one of my 10 favorite movies ever. And I don't know, it's just Avatar really just amazed me because of the use of 3D. Unfortunately, what studios learn from that? Oh, we'll just put 3D in the advertising, and that way people will be like, oh, no, Avatar's in 3D, guess I'll check it out. Or, I guess I'll have to see it in 3D because this 2D tickets are sold out. 3D is what I would like to call insurance. For example, there was a film released in 1928 called Lonesome. It's in the Criterion Collection. I have a review of it on my other YouTube channel. I'll post it up like right here somewhere, or in the description below. Probably up here somewhere. But it was actually a partial talkie, but it only had 3 dialogue scenes. But those 3 dialogue scenes helped Universal advertise the film as a talkie movie. Same thing with 3D. They post-convert in 3D, and the studios will slap 3D on and force you to pay $4 or $5 to, see the 3D experience. Which is wrong. I think, some people like to say what immerses you more in the story. I've only really seen that with Avatar. I mean, yeah, I'll say I like those 3D in Prometheus or the 3D in Life of Pi, but I felt Avatar was the only one where that first time I watched it, I ignored all the other problems that were in Avatar because the 3D was that strong. But now with 3D movies, I'll think about it's like with the Avengers. I'm like, oh, it's a good movie, but I hated that there was no 3D. And Man of Steel, literally, it was non-existent. It wasn't even like, oh, there was some cool things here and there. No, it was just nothing. And I see Man of Steel in both 2D and 3D, and I can confirm to you that seeing it in 3D is the most pointless. Like, literally paying somebody to hit you in the head is more worthwhile than seeing Man of Steel in 3D. It's preposterous. But regardless, back to my point about 3D as insurance, Clash of the Titans, that was released in 3D, the 2010 remake. 3D was horrible, but it was post-convert in 3D, and it helped the film make money. It did. And enough money where it got a sequel that didn't do so well, from what I remember at least. And, yeah. 3D is insurance. It helps your movie, boost your movie by a little bit. Let's take a look at like the top grossing films of all time. Let's look at the top 5. Number 5 is Iron Man 3, which is, which had 3D. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2, 3D. The Avengers, 3D. Titanic had a 3D re-release that was successful. Avatar, 3D. And, there's other movies that are on the list, like Pirates of the Caribbean 4, Toy Story 3, The Hobbit. There's a lot of those movies are in 3D, but some of the ones that are on there, like Skyfall, Dark Knight Rises, Return of the King. I'm trying to remember a few other ones. Pirates of the Caribbean 2, those weren't in 3D and they made $1 billion. But 3D helps. But lately, what has been happening is that I've been noticing that movies that have been coming out in 3D, for in the late part of their run, they have 2D showings. For example, like Despicable Me 2 or Monsters University, where it's just like they have less 3D showings than they do 2D, and I'm like, what's going on here? And actually, it's been proven that the 3D ticket share has actually been decreasing significantly. So far this year, the highest 3D ticket share has been Pacific Rim, which has 50% of the tickets sold in that opening weekend were 3D tickets. However, movies like Monsters University or Despicable Me 2, it was a much bigger drop from 3D. So hopefully this will send a message to studios that 3D might not be as prosperous as they think. The problem is that movie studios want a gimmick that'll make them money and an excuse to raise ticket prices, which is unfortunate. But regardless, 3D is around right now, and if you don't like 3D, don't support it. Simple as that. But if you want to see a movie, just check it out in the 3D version. Or maybe wait, I don't know. Just maybe don't represent your box office dollars for 3D movies unless you think it's a worthy investment. That's all I'm saying. I know I probably rambled on a bit too long, but there's really not much to say that hasn't been said about 3D except that I don't like it, you probably don't like it, and you want to see it go away as much as I do. I don't want to, be able to see a movie that says available in 3D. It's kind of stupid. Aren't cinematographers supposed to make the image look like it's somewhat three-dimensional? Like Citizen Kane. That's more of a 3D movie than most post-converted 3D movies out there. I don't know. let me know what you guys think about 3D, and I'll see you later. The Blockbuster Beach Bum, analyzing the films that you may or may not have seen on the big screen. Peace.